Yeah, you know what? I think there was just more directness. I think we were real quick through the neutral zone, and just the execution was there. I think all facets of the game. Obviously, you know, the game kind of gets off the rails in the third, and you know, score effects and things like that. But through the first two periods, I thought, for the most part, you know, we got a lot of pucks to the net, and Scheif had a couple huge goals, and you know, I thought we did a good job on the forecheck. We did a good job in zone, not really giving their top guys a lot of time and space to create plays. So, yeah, I think that's kind of how we have to play to be successful.
What got you most upset when it went off the rails there?
Me personally, or as a team?
Yeah. The matchup of the fighter.
Yeah, you know what? I think, like, you know, Trent plays a hard game. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think, you know, for guys that fight, we generally know who on the other team fights. So, you know, I think it's just one of those things. Gussie, you know, I'm real proud of him not backing down, but, you know, I think that's a situation that he shouldn't be put in the first place. So, you know, that's what I was upset about. You know, good on Stan and, you know, Kaslik, you know, two big, honest guys, play the game hard and, you know, go after it. And I got a lot of respect for Z over there. You know, he doesn't have to answer the bell. The game's kind of over. But to give me one there, you know, both times I fought him, they've been in kind of blowout games. So, you know, he shows up, and, you know, I appreciated that.
Why do you feel you had to fight in that situation?
Well, you know what, I think you see one of your teammates go down, and, you know, obviously not thrilled with how it happened, but I think, you know, you answer the bell, it kind of just settles everything down. You go after, you know, arguably their toughest guy, and, you know, then hopefully kind of all the other stuff just goes by the wayside. I think, you know, sometimes it's a competitive game. You know, if we're in that position, we don't like to lose. You know, I don't blame them for, you know, what happened. It's kind of the nature of a competitive sport, but, you know, you just want to go out there and, you know, let your teammates know you got their back. So, you know, that was my thinking. I had my line mates trying to tell me no, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I know you've seen him many times before, but how excited do you still get when you see Scheifele and his line play like they played?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, usually when they play like that, it leads to a win. So, you know, they came up huge for us throughout the game, dominant shifts, you know, some huge goals at critical times, you know, to get us the lead and things like that. So, you know, their line, they've had a great year so far, and, you know, it kind of starts with Mark driving it down the middle. So, you know, in order for us to be successful, you know, that's the line that we look to, and, you know, that was a big performance by them.
Do you have spark from Chibukov in today's game?
Yeah, I thought he played great. I thought their line was real good. They were tenacious. They were on pucks. You know, Chibi chips in with a couple points, and it was nice to see him get one there. You know, kind of keep his goal streak going in the NHL. And but, you know, the young guys coming in, they played with energy. They've provided a bit of a spark for our lineup, and, you know, it's nice to see them get rewarded. You know, I know Lambo didn't you know, have any points, but you know, he had some good chances, and, you know, it's just a matter of time before, you know, he breaks through full time. But then, you know, Chibi coming in and, you know, offering that spark too. You know, I thought he had a great line, great game, same with Fetz and Vladdy.
Is it on Frederick to make an offer to a different player in that situation, or on Gus to maybe say no if it's not his weight class? Like, how does that work?
You know, I think it's 50-50. You know, you can't just place all the onus on Trent. That's, you know, unfair. I think it's a tough spot. You get challenged to fight, you don't want to say no. So, you know, I think looking back, it could have just been handled differently. So, you know, it's a game of hockey. I think it's unfortunate, the outcome. I think that's really, you know, where we get upset is you don't want to see a teammate hurt. You don't want to see a teammate down on the ice and, you know, with a head injury. So, you know, I think that's where the emotion comes into it. You know, I think some of the responsibilities on both those guys. So we'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Great passes. What did you see from your line that worked tonight?
Yeah, I think our spacing was good. We had guys in the right spot. Obviously some unbelievable plays. Casey, great pass. JMO, great pass. It was just a solid effort. We went to the right areas, and good things happened.
How much of a response do you think this game could be, or kind of a big game changer for you guys in terms of the anger that happened in that whole melee and just kind of the way your team kind of stuck it to them after that?
Yeah, I think that's what good teams do. We stick together. Obviously good on Stan and Laus to get in there. We stick up for each other. We take care of each other, and that's what makes a good team.
What do you think led to so much frustration after the Frederick and Gustafson fight?
I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. I don't know if that's just no comment.
Mark, about halfway through the first, you guys seemed to kind of lock into shutting down the neutral zone and really not giving them much in a way that was very similar to what we saw from you guys earlier in the season. What did you feel kind of locked in at that point and kept going from that point?
We had guys, filling in for guys. We had guys coming. We had D, pinching at the right time. We had guys with, staying over top of there, underneath speed. We just had guys, anticipating the play and reading where the next play will be. And when you are able to stay above guys, it makes it tough for them to generate much. So it was just a great full team effort.
I'm not sure how much of your results lately are a part of you guys playing, or maybe not playing to where you want to, but where do you think do you feel you took your game back to a place today?
I don't know. I liked my game today. It was, obviously I play with some pretty phenomenal players that, make some great plays, and, not every night's going to go for you, but, that's the fun part about hockey is, you get to work on things every day and get better, and, that's always the goal.
Any extra satisfaction from showing Don Sweeney something?
You're just happy to play a good game. Obviously, he's the GM, but, you just want to go out there and give it your all for your team and get a win. Obviously we needed one at home here, and, I thought that was a great response by all of us.
What did you see from your power play, Mark?
Yeah, we had a lot of good chances. We could have had even more. We're moving it. We have guys in the right spot. We have guys, filling into areas in the right way. So, that's definitely a positive outlook tonight.
Team Canada camp opening up today. It's that season. I just wonder if I could ask you, what, in your mind, what is the most significant World Junior Championship goal you've ever seen scored, and why?
Probably the Eberle goal. I think that's everyone's. For me, especially for my my age group, I think that's a big one, and obviously, hopefully Yags makes it and shows well. He's obviously been having a great year, so obviously just want to. I'm so old now. It's you don't really know many guys, but obviously it's fun to see Yags at camp, and hopefully he has a great tournament.
Thank you. the story it's about you guys finding your game, and then the other half seems to be when that game sort of the temperature went up there. What did you see that led to that?
I thought we played a hell of a hockey game. I talked about this morning that we need to get better at attacking the net, the opposition net. Thought we did a fantastic job in the first period and got us our own time. It got us, second and third opportunities, and we just continued into that second period. Get up 3-1. That quick goal we got at the start of the third. To come out and kind of cement that kind of away. Really liked just the fact that we were in attack mode all game, and stuff happens. I mean, that's obviously you don't want to see that happen to Gus, but at the end of the day, our two big boys just settled it back down. Once it was over, once those two fights were done, it was done. So don't like all the stuff that happened, but it is what it is. It's hockey. They're pissed off at us where the score was at or their games or whatever. At the end of the day, I just like the fact that we stuck together and did what we have to do. And once those fights were done, it was done. So.
I don't know how much into that you want to get, but the things that I noticed, I think, was at 5-1 you put the second PP unit out, and at 6-1 out came the big boys, but that was likely because of what happened in the middle of that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's certainly, you read that right. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit and talk about what happened in the last 10 minutes of hockey. That's detrimental for the game we played. We played a hell of a hockey game against a good hockey team, and that's more of what I'm more concerned about. We just, we had lost our last game here. That wasn't a real good outing by us, and like I said, a good team, a good veteran team. The way we come out and played, that's what I'm proud of. That's what I got out of that hockey game.
Talk about building calluses and looking at that game, just the resilience from your group, the way Stanley and Lowry stood up for players, but there was fire. You were fired up, and everyone was upset with how it happened. How much that could be kind of a launching pad to things in the future?
Well, there's a lot of things that'll come out of that game. Like I said earlier, the attack mentality of our 5-on-5 game, the attack mentality of our power play, the playing against a heavy team and playing it the right way, sticking up for each other. Those are all glue things that happen. Those are all, like you say, they're things that you build towards the future. You know what? It's just I'm proud of the guys that in all circumstances of that hockey game, I thought we handled it extremely well.
Adam in particular there, he mentioned to us that his teammates were saying not to fight, but he kind of did it anyways. You could see from that moment that, Adam, whether he was talking to the officials, he was upset, but it was one of those moments of Adam Lowry's leadership we've seen many times. What did you think, though, about your captain's response to that situation?
He's done that in the last 2.5 years I've been here. He's done that every game, in different situations, not just fighting, but just his presence and how he leads and how he goes about things. That's why he's wearing the C on his jersey.
That's not what had you so upset, though, right, that he went? What had you so upset? Didn't match up?
Nope. Something else happened that don't need to get into it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay.
No, he's stitched up there. The concuss, I don't know that part yet. Sorry, he's got a nasty cut that's getting sewn up. So.
It seemed about 10 minutes into that game, you guys kind of locked up the neutral zone, and they really didn't get that much of a sniff. They had to kind of dump everything in after that, weren't getting in with possession. What did you see your team kind of lock into at that point that changed things?
Yeah, they're one of the top teams we've seen a few of these teams. They're one of the top teams in forechecking and getting chances off their forecheck. And that was kind of something that we had talked about, that if it was going to happen, they were going to get pucks in. We were going to have numbers over top of them, that we were running interference, that we were buying time for our defense. And, we had video of some of those situations in their last few games, and I thought we did a great job of buying time for our D getting back quickly. Our first passes, first and second pass, because it took 5 guys to get out of our zone. I thought we did a great job of getting out of our end of the rink and kind of help, that neutral zone helps us to do that.
What did you see from Chipper?
He's fun to watch. He is. He's a ball of energy. You can just see him. He's always on the go. Made a nice play on the power play goal. Held on to it. Nice to see that shot there at the end. But he's just he's a fiery kid that he's his engine and gets running. And I'm glad he got out and got a chance and be in a game like that. Thanks. Yep.